What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unfiltered. Why systems saved my sanity. Let me be honest. If you're doing everything in your business, you're not building a business. You're building a job, a stressful one at that. When I started Burgos Cleaning, I was doing everything. Cleaning, quoting, emailing, scheduling, you name it, I was doing it. Then I discovered some systems, everything changed. So today I want to dive deep into the systems that we implemented to make my life easier, make your life easier. This took me from burnout to building a business that runs even when I'm not there. What type of systems am I talking about? I'm talking about not the expensive ones, softwares and corporate level operations. I'm talking about routines and checklists, automations that free up your brain time. My first system was literally a whiteboard with client names, a task list. I didn't even use my Gmail task list. It was literally like a whiteboard. Have to do this, don't forget about this, send a proposal here or there. But it gave me clarity, right? So that helped. So that's a small way of building a system. And as we got more knowledgeable in marketing and different things, then we started implementing softwares. That's the later part. Google Calendar was the next thing that we implemented, where we had emails and just task lists, calendars and reminders and all that stuff. So we'll dive deeper into that. The turning point came when I hired someone to answer calls. I was scared. I thought, what if they mess it up? What if I lose a lead? But here's the truth. I'm the bottleneck. I'm the one that's answering those calls. But if I'm in a walkthrough, if I'm in a meeting, if I'm caught up in something or I just don't answer the phone, right, I'm the one that's being the bottleneck. Once I systemized call handling, quoting, my days opened up. I could think, I could grow, I could build a team, and then we can perfect things as we go. I wasn't stuck in the business. I was finally working on it. And I'll tell you a quick little story. When we hired our first internal answering service or answering team member, we used the recording feature on, I believe we use Ring Central. We still use it to this day. We recorded the calls and we kind of monitored and we helped and assisted in saying, hey, when they say this is what you say. When they say that, this is what you need to be saying. This is how you do a sales pitch, right? This is how. So we use recordings as trainings, and we added them to SOPs later on. So when we brought in our second person and so on and so forth, we were able to just kind of systemize a lot of that training. So that was really cool. What I use now we've leveled up. I currently use QB QuickBooks. We use that for mainly just invoicing and all of our tax papers and all that stuff. We use Paychex as our SEO, payroll, everything that basically entails communication and staff and employment and all that stuff. We use Slack for internal communication with our VAs and also our internal team. Our internal team is mainly the management team, not our cleaning techs. We use Google G Suite for all of our emails and also just everything that Gmail just streamlines absolutely everything. So we use Google Meets for our meetings with our VAs and also our external team. And we also use it for hiring as well. We use Go High Level for automations. So our emails, all of that good stuff comes from Go High Level. We use Google for our calendar. That's why I said Google pretty much does everything in that stream. So Google is phenomenal. Go High Level is just our landing pages, email sequences, all of that good stuff. But when I started, pretty much all I had was QuickBooks. So when you're just getting started, QuickBooks will do your payroll. They even have punch-in systems for the employees. You don't have to use Paychex or ADP or any of those bigger companies. You can literally just use QuickBooks and just buy some of the softwares that I think are integrated part of it. So it's just all in one. We use that for many years. So that works too. As I always say, you can't scale chaos. Systems don't just help you grow. They give you the peace of mind. Want to know exactly the tools I use and how I set them up? DM me, comment me, systems, and I'll be able to share it with you. Want to see my SOP templates? Link will be in the description. That's a wrap for today's episode of Unfiltered with Daniel B. I hope today's discussion gave you some valuable takeaways for your own business journey. If you found this episode helpful, please share it and don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast so you never miss an episode. Adios.